Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today I have what I will call an inspirational young lady, and you'll get to hear about her story. So I'm going to welcome you all to the wonderful Elizabeth.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
I'm all right.
You sure? Relaxed?
I'm
Chill
all
now?
right.
It's been a bit of a journey, hasn't it?
Yeah. I was just speaking to my sister on the way, just saying obviously I've got to do this podcast and what I'd really speak about.
Yeah. Well, like I say, most people watch this and they know that it's not about glorification. It's not about hyping anything up. It genuinely is about the story for you. And people only come on here that I want on.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing where I'm trying to chase something. It's just simply that if I think you've got a story to tell, or I think you could be an inspiration to a lot of people, you come on the show. It genuinely is that simple. Yeah. So that being said, I'm going to take you back in time. Oh, no, sorry. Before I say that, so I only have one question that's across the board.
Okay.
And then at the end, you get to ask me any question that you want, even though you've been fishing for the last 20 minutes trying to get things out of it. So, yeah. So my first question to you is very simple. Who are you?
I am an independent young lady.
Okay.
So that's who I am, and I've got a story to tell. I've got a lot of life experience for my age, I think. Personal experience, which has brought me to where I am today. Okay. And just different routes in my life, what I've been through.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm a quite strong person. I feel like people in my family are quite strong. Like we are strong people, strong-minded, I'd say.
Okay. So let's go back in time.
Yeah.
So, because I know your sister's here, and we're from a generation where it used to go primary, middle, then high school, whereas you won't be. You'll be primary straight to high.
Yeah.
So, I want to take you back in time for your earliest memory. So, from your earliest memory through to the end of primary school. So that would have been 11 years old before you started secondary.
Are you on about my experience in school?
Just you.
All right. So growing up, I grew up in a block of flats in the Bradford area on Manchester Road. There was around 6 flats. I lived on the 4th floor. The lift used to break a lot. My dad used to make the same food every day. Sorry, he did. It was all right. But I miss the food now, but he used to make this soup and it had like boiled dumplings in there because he told me he were a chef when he came to this country, but I don't know if he was lying because he used to do that a lot to me.
Okay.
And he wouldn't tell me how to speak patois.
So where was your dad from?
He was from Dominica.
All right, okay.
He was born in 1934, my dad. So quite old school.
Right.
And with my dad, he was a good dad, actually, to be honest with you, and he brought me up on his own because my mum had learning difficulties. She tended to go out a lot. So my dad was the one who like changed my nappies, he fed me, he used to carry me on his back. He used to have a bicycle. I'd sit on the back of the bicycle. We used to go to Morrison's together and he used to get me spare ribs because he used to make them a lot. Okay. Yeah, we always had like really healthy food in the house. He used to be in the betting shop a lot, my dad. What else did he used to do? He used to play music really loud. I used to be a bit deaf.
Okay.
Because he used to just shout my name out the flat window.
So what age are you there with?
From around 9 till about 12.
Okay.
Used to shout my name out the window.
Quite a good household then.
It was all right. Yeah. Used to shout my name out the window saying, Elizabeth!
All the time?
All the time. I just don't know why, but obviously I used to climb on the rooftop, like a garage rooftop. Yeah. So I used to be quite adventurous. And used to shout my name all the time. It was just me and my dad, and then he had his friends round who used to play dominoes. And I remember all the songs because I've got really good memory of like songs. So Many Rivers to Cross, Jimmy Cliff, my dad used to play that all the time. I remember one time he won money at the betting shop, but it was quite a lot of money what he won back then. I think it was like £700 or £800. So he bought this TV where he could play more music. And we had a sound system. We put a disc on it and we used to collect them because my mum used to be a hoarder. She used to like hoard so many things. Phones, deodorants, clothing, a lot of things.
Okay. So that's your primary... That's your memory of primary household?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have Christmas.
Okay.
We had trimmings. but we didn't have a Christmas tree. I didn't get presents or anything like that because I just don't think my dad knew about how to do Christmas.
Okay.
I don't know really the answer for that. But I just don't think my dad knew about Christmas. So I don't remember if we got a Christmas dinner. I don't remember stuff like that. What else do I remember? He used to take me out with him. He used to do decorating. He used to take me to his friend's restaurant, which is in Morley Street. He used to do a lot of decorating on there. What else did he used to do? He used to be in Bet and Shop a lot though, my dad. So I was free to do what I wanted basically.
Okay.
From the age of 11. Do you know, like, obviously you have like a mum and dad where you'd have rules. I didn't have rules, so I was allowed to do what I want. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So you're just out with your friends.
I used to walk about a lot.
Okay.
Get into a lot of trouble.
So how was school?
School. I used to have learning mentors working with me in school because sometimes I came to school, my hair was an afro, I couldn't brush my hair. I used to get nits a lot, do you know, Fran? My sister used to brush my hair for me because my sister was the one, before I went into care, my sister basically took me on. So she used to provide me a meal. Because I used to be hungry a lot. I know this is going to sound thinking, how are you going to be hungry when your dad used to cook all that food? But because I used to be on the streets from the age of like 11, I used to be in flats, I'd be in town, going to the cinemas area, the bowling area, because we used to hang around there. The
ice skate ring.
My mum used to take me ice skating because she wasn't that poorly then. Okay. She used to take me ice skating. I had my own ice skates because that was something I really enjoyed. She'd take me on a Saturday, and I think she used to take me on a Tuesday. What else did she used to do? She used to buy me things like a Happy Meal after school. She'd meet me at the bus stop or in town. She got me a phone once because everyone had these phones, and obviously I wanted a phone. Because like when you're growing up and you don't have things like that, and your parents don't really understand like about the newest trainers, it's really hard. Yeah. You need to fit in.
So when you're at that age, so you're going up to 11 years. So in primary school, you're saying you have learning mentors that are
they were supporting me in school. I used to go in there and speak to them because I feel like I needed, like someone to speak to. Because as time went on, my dad had a stroke when I was 11.
Okay.
That were really hard for me, to be honest with you, because he got really better, my dad. He had 2 strokes, I think within like a year or something. I can't really remember. So we're living in the household. We had carers coming in. But what he said to me was like, can you help me? So I used to help him sometimes with medication, things what I shouldn't be doing at 11. So I've basically had to grow up really quick.
So you had to grow up above your normal age?
Yeah.
Okay. So from there, we go into secondary school. So we're heading into the 12-year-old area now. So your dad has a stroke when you're around 11, 12?
Yeah, but I was getting respite then.
Okay.
So basically, I was going to respite probably twice a week or every fortnight, where I'd do activities. I might do like some arts and crafts. I'd do some cooking, baking, meeting other young people. I'd sleep over there too.
Okay.
I used to go to a lot of other projects. So basically, for vulnerable young girls, about how to keep safe in the streets. So I used to go there. That was like an organisation in Bradford where they do a lot of activities and support with young females. Okay. Like enrichment, trying to give you like confidence and boosting your confidence.
So how old are you here?
This is from 11 till 14. I will go in there through the social services. They arranged it.
So you're still in school? Are you still going to school?
Yeah, I'm still going to school. I chose my school, secondary school. Okay. Because my dad and mum didn't know how to do a form, and I wanted to go to Yorkshire Matters because all my friends were going to Yorkshire Matters. Right. That was like I'd say it was a mixed school. There was like a lot of different ethnic minorities. There was like mixed race kids, there were black kids, there were white kids, there were Asian kids, but it were people, all my mates were going there. So it was going to be somewhere that you felt comfortable going. Where I can have a chill, basically. Okay. Sorry. Where I can have a chill. So you want necessarily I didn't want to go to school. I want to chill out. I wanted to have a bit of fun in school, don't I? Okay. So you're making school fun. Now, bringing loads of sweets for everyone because my dad used to give me money, didn't he? But I want to take you back though, because you said you talked about going in care. So at what age does that happen? We're getting respite. Yeah. And I went into care at the age of 11 into a children's home, a mixed children's home, so female and male children's home. Okay. In Bradford area. So basically, That was quite different, actually. And I got Christmas presents there.
Okay.
They did Christmas. If I needed hair products, they helped you get stuff like that. You got a key worker, so that were really good. I remember my key worker, she was called Rose.
So you still able to? You still have contact with your family though while she was in your children's home?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was good.
I was allowed to go to my dad's flat where he lived, which was 15 minutes. So if you crossed over the road, the flats were there.
Okay.
Because they tried to basically keep me in Bradford so that I'd have like family connections.
So you're not too far away from your family, so you still got that connection, haven't you?
But I didn't want to be in Bradford.
Oh, you didn't want to be? No.
No, I didn't want to be in Bradford because there's a lot of things what were going on back then. A lot of exploitation were going on. So I didn't want to go into Bradford. But obviously I wanted my mum and dad. So it's kind of a bit of a situation where...
Catch-22.
And they weren't listening to me. Do you know the social services? My social worker weren't listening to me. Because I told them I need to move out of Bradford, but they just wouldn't listen. And they finally listened, but they'll still put me in West Yorkshire where I can still get to Bradford.
And you're always going to go back?
Because I kept running away. I used to run away a lot.
But you're always going to return back to what you know, aren't you? Because that's the key thing.
Because obviously my mum and dad are my mum and dad. But obviously I can't live with him because obviously it's not safe for me to live there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. So how long are you in social care for then?
From the age of 11 till 18.
Oh, wow.
A long time. I don't know what care order what care order they gave me, because I don't know anything about that. I know that my mum used to go to court a lot to my hearings, but I don't think she understood what was going on because my mum had learning difficulties. So my mum would go to the court hearings for me. She used to try fight for me. My dad would get really annoyed with the social workers.
I can imagine. A proud Caribbean man.
I just used to get annoyed with them because you don't understand, obviously, how the system works.
I think
obviously because they took me from my dad.
I think a lot of people in the country didn't understand how the care system worked, to be fair. So I can imagine it was even stranger for a man coming into the country and trying to understand the care system, because if we're going back in time, not that we're talking of ages, but the care system back then wasn't what it is now.
No.
So it would, especially for people of colour, shall we say, I think it was even more difficult, especially when you're talking about learning about people's cultural backgrounds.
I don't feel like they safeguarded me properly.
Okay. So what makes you think that though?
Their duty of care, I don't feel like their duty of care wasn't in the right place. The reason being is because of what was going on in my life.
Okay.
They might say, oh, Elizabeth, you kind of brought that on yourself. You chose to make them choices. But how can a young child of 11 to 14, we'll say around that age group, make the right choices in life if she's not got the right role models?
Yeah, and she's actually in care already. Because again, if we go back to it and you're saying, it's like when you at 14, when you're saying, I chose my school, but it wasn't the school that you wanted to go to for education. It was more you wanted a school that you could chill.
The good thing about school, though, there was like a man, and I found him really inspirational at the time because he used to take us out a lesson to learn us about Black history. Okay. So I've always found Black history quite interesting, and it was called ACAP. So it was called African Community Association. It's still actually ongoing now. So they take you out of lesson and you'd go with your friends and you'd learn about Black history.
Okay.
And I found that really good because we got a bit out of lesson too. Right? But we got to learn about Black history. So
at the same time.
At the same time.
Okay.
Because I feel like they need to bring that in schools, I think.
So,
more.
Your honest opinion of you in education. So
I was good at PE. I was really good at running.
Okay.
I was the fastest, actually.
Is that because you was always running away from home, though?
Yeah. Or hiding in staircases.
Okay.
Or hiding in staircases because
you do come across as quite adventurous. So not scared. I'm not going to say it was scared, but I think more, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but more tomboyish. I can imagine you being quite a tomboy when you was younger.
Yeah. I remember one time, I think I told my sister that I wanted to do boxing.
Okay.
She said, you don't want to do that. She was a bit annoyed with me. Then I remember I got that pierced. She got pissed off with me then, sorry.
No, you can swear. It's not
I got my ear pierced at the top. She got annoyed with me because she was like my mum.
Okay.
She didn't like me.
Just for any
Kelpa.
microphones we can overhear, the sister is actually here in the background. So if you hear a little bit of a squabbling going on, you'll know why. So take me to GCSEs. Did you do your GCSEs? No, it
I was
wasn't.
kind of, this is why the care system failed me.
Okay.
They promised me this, that I would go to another school to do my GCSEs. I was having Education Bradford. They was teaching me in the, do you know, a tutor
Yeah.
was coming in to do homeschooling with me. And basically, in the children's home, this is the other children's home. So from the age of 15 to 16, I was in there. In 2006, this was. They basically was doing some kind of like tutoring with me, and they said, right, we'll get you into another school to do your GCSEs, but I didn't get to do them because I really
Okay.
wanted to do them, you know.
Mm.
So I basically went to do a college course, health and social care.
So what did you want to be?
I wanted to be a police officer at the start
Okay.
when I was younger.
That's interesting, actually.
You know, in Bradford, there used to be an old police station with the
Okay.
water fountains, and I remember writing a letter and I told my mum to take me there because, you know, when someone got arrested, you could actually speak through the little holes.
Okay.
It's strange. It's like an old-fashioned police station, but it's not there now.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's where the old probation service is.
I will be honest with you. There's a lot I know about Bradford, but it's more nightclubs more than anything else. If I'm honest with you.
I didn't want to be a police officer, but obviously I didn't do that. Then I thought travel and tourism. But health and social care could get me where I needed to be because it opens a lot of doors. And I had a leaving care worker too, who I've known for a long time. She basically, her daughter and me were friends in school.
So I'm guessing that your aspirations more than anything was to get out of Bradford, wasn't it?
I still tried to get out of Bradford like 5 years ago. I applied for housing in Manchester and I got onto the housing because I feel like with my boys, I've got two boys, 16 and 15.
Okay.
And
well, hold on, because we'll get there. We're gonna get there. So we're 2006 when you're 16.
Yeah.
So at 16, you wanted to do your GCSEs. The social services let you down there. Promised you X, Y, and Z. So what happens from 16? Because now you're 16 years old.
I was pregnant at 15.
Ah, right, okay.
But I was doing a Duke of Edinburgh Award course.
Oh, right, okay.
A lot of people were working with me. Maybe they're from I don't know where they're from, but there's a lot of community involvement in Bradford at the time. There might have been youth workers, but they were coming into the children's home because there was a lot of young people that were a mixed home again, where they might want to do some kind of like English and maths, but it won't be a GCSE. It might be adult literacy and maths.
Okay,
but it's equivalent.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to get some kind of course in my life or some qualification. That's who I am. That's me.
So whilst you're
I don't want to not develop anything in life.
Yeah, so you're actually there's a purpose. There's a purpose in you.
Because I need to get where I need to be in life.
Okay. So then what happens, obviously, at 15, get pregnant?
I did my health and social care course. I passed it.
Okay.
Because I realised that I could get free childcare. Because obviously that provides stability for my son. And it made my life easier. And then I can get where I need to be.
Right. So let's right. So 15, we get pregnant. Bradford, still in Bradford.
Yeah.
In the social care.
Yeah.
Then from being 15, I'm guessing, so you said you had a boy, you have a little boy. Then you do your health and social care?
Yeah, but I'm living in temporary accommodation now because I've got a leaving care worker. They've transitioned me on to get a leaving care worker.
Okay.
So by that time, I'm having to do a taster flat where you learn about budgeting skills, you learn about food shopping, how to pay gas and electric. It was like a top-up meter.
I mean, in essence, you was getting a lot of help, weren't you?
Yeah.
You had a lot
from the leaving care. That was good then. And I had a good key worker in the, do you know, the other children's home, the 15 to 16 one. I had a good key worker called Janet.
Okay. So have a kid. I'm going, do your health and social care, then you're getting your accommodation.
Yeah.
So from
then I
there,
got a house.
Then you get a house. So this is all leading up to, so we're now 16.
And I used to come to Leeds to like a parenting class where they did a lot of essentials for free for young teenage pregnancy.
Okay.
So I used to go to a lot of teenage pregnancy groups, and even in the leaving care system, they used to run groups where you'd meet other parents.
Okay. At your age?
Yeah.
Similar age?
But at my age. That was quite good. And then as you developed on, you basically go into like a transition where you meet other people, and then what do you do then? you bring the baby to the group. So it's like a baby group.
Okay.
Which were quite good.
So I think because one of that as well, I'm guessing, because at 15, 16, I'm guessing that's more of a community of your own peers, isn't it? So it's like saying you're not on your own, you're not the only person that's going through it. Because I can imagine at 15, 16 years, it's quite scary.
It was scary.
I don't know if is it single parent or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's single parent.
Yeah, I was a single parent. And basically, I don't know how I did it, you know.
To be honest with you,
and
people that are watching, single parent period is hard work.
I think it's...
But a single parent at 15, 16?
It's very difficult. But with that leaving care worker, she were amazing, you know. She was the one who really helped me in my life, to be honest with you. She stayed with me till I think I was 18 or 19. So when you're in leaving care, you get like an allowance every week. So you can either, you have to go collect your money, or then they started meeting me in town where you do like, you'd meet them to have, you know, to speak about if you've got any issues or if you need any support. Then they'd have a nurse who can help you too.
Okay.
So that's all right.
So you did have a lot of support surrounding you?
Yeah.
So, 16, you're in your accommodation now?
Yeah.
You've learnt all the little tricks of saving, electric, everything else. So let's go on to when we're moving from 16 to 18.
I was pregnant again.
So, 16 to 18?
Yeah.
You're pregnant again?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So there's 11 months age gap between my boys, and...
Same father?
No.
Okay.
What were I doing then? Let me think, because I got a job.
Okay.
And my mum used to help me.
Can I just say?
I got a job. No, because I remember getting this job.
You know what's so good is that the biggest smile came. Yeah.
I got a job because I needed a little bit of stability in my life, so that I could provide something for my boys. It might be the smallest thing, but I got a job, and it was working in a fish shop.
Okay.
I got a few jobs, actually, to be honest with you, because I was doing a college course. And then I remember my mum wasn't that poorly then, so my mum used to meet me at about 6:45 every morning, because I worked in B&M sweeping the floors.
Okay.
So that was all right. And then she dropped the boys off to nursery because it was all around the same area, because I knew that my mum...
How old are you now?
I'm 33.
Not now, sorry. Sorry. How old was you then?
I was 18.
18. So you've got quite an incentive. You've got quite
a few jobs back then. Worked in a fish shop. Then I worked in a pizza shop in the local market. I was doing studying too. So I wasn't just working. I was doing level 2, I think I did.
What, in college? Was you back at college?
Yeah, we're back at college doing ICT, some kind of English and maths I was doing. Plus, it's kind of good that I meet other people. So that's why it was good for me to go to college.
So I know you're saying your mother was better then. Was your dad still alive?
Yeah, my dad was alive, but he was in a nursing home by that time.
Okay.
My mum wasn't that poorly. She deteriorated as time went on.
Okay.
So my mum would help me out, and my mum has helped me out, to be honest with you. My mum, when I was pregnant, used to help me out. My mum was there when my son was born, but she couldn't handle the situation. So my key worker was there too.
Okay.
So yeah, my mum was a really good help for me, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, even though she had her difficulties, she did help me out a lot.
And you have got, I mean, just speaking to you, you've got quite a go-getter attitude. Like, you're not just going to sit back, you're going to keep, because always, your dream is always to get out of Bradford. You're still chasing that dream of getting out of Bradford.
I feel like now, though, as time's gone on, I feel more settled with my housing situation.
Okay.
And...
Well, you've got more things going for you, haven't you? Which we're going to get to.
Yeah, I've had...
So, 18.
18, yeah.
We're doing all these jobs. Can I ask you a quick question, though? At that time, up from earliest memory to you're 18 now, who's your hero? Because, and the reason why I'm asking you that, and I'll tell you why I'm asking you, is because through this journey, we've gone from, there's certain parts where sometimes your emotions can't hide. So your emotions automatically come out of you and you don't realise what's going on. And I'm looking at you face to face. So I look at emotions of your dad, quite being inspirational with the food and music, because I know you're a music lover. You've mentioned about 2 or 3 different people with social care that helped you out. And you also spoke about work when you got your first job.
I'll tell you something, what really gave me like a sense of who I am in life was work.
Yeah.
Because
Well, who was your hero?
My hero.
Up to 18. Because heroes change, don't they? And you can have multiple heroes. But
I think my dad will always be part of my life, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because of the struggles, what he came from when he come to this country, plus him looking after me as an Afro-Caribbean man of his age and everything like that. So my dad. I'm trying to think who else really. I feel like the people who supported me in my life, like Loretta, that's my learning mentor. So I seen her the other day actually. She follows me on my social media, but she said if I ever want to speak to her, she can just drop her.
I can imagine she's going to be very proud of you to see where you've come.
Yeah.
So, listen, Bev, I'm actually loving this. I enjoy, because I just believe when people have a story to tell, and I'm going to tell you another reason why I wanted you on.
Yeah.
Is because I know you've got a story to tell, and I know that there's going to be many, many young females out there that are going to go through the journey, going to listen to your journey as you go along, and going to go, she did it.
Yeah.
That girl, she did it. And I know factually you're going to be an inspiration for a lot of women, because I genuinely believe you are.
Yeah.
I would just say that. Now, there has to be a turning point in everybody's life, doesn't there?
I feel like another thing is what I find really hard is positive relationships.
Okay.
I find that really difficult because, do you know, when you're in a relationship, you need someone to uplift you. You need someone to like be supportive.
Okay.
You know, some people, they're not really strong.
But I'm guessing, but there's a difference here, isn't there? Because when you're saying you need someone strong, because...
But sometimes you don't need someone, you know.
No, you don't. But what I'm going to say is this, is you had those people, but are you talking on a personal relationship?
I'm on about like relationships. Partners.
Yeah,
do you know, like as time gone on, obviously with me, I don't give up on anything in my life and I try to make things last longer. But with relationships, it's really hard because everyone has their own goals in life where they want to go, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
It's a bit difficult sometimes.
Okay.
But
then we've got to go. So 18, 2 children, single
doing all right actually.
Single parent.
Yeah.
You're doing your studying.
Doing my studying.
You're working your jobs.
Getting better jobs though.
Okay.
Applied for a job within like a resource centre.
Okay.
Working with people with learning difficulties and autism. Because I spoke a little bit about my life, that's what I feel like when I speak a little bit about my life.
Lived experience.
I can get the jobs I want.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more jobs. Actually, I did an apprenticeship.
Okay.
With dance and arts with people with learning difficulties.
Okay.
So that was quite good for me, to be honest with you.
There's a sense of giving back.
Yeah, but mainly I wanted to just see what I can do in my life, really. You know, like career-wise, just see what type of jobs are available.
Yeah.
And that's it, really, with my jobs. But yeah.
So you go from that job to...
I don't stay in jobs long, to be honest with you. And I don't know why that was, why I don't stay in jobs long. I don't know, because obviously I don't have the answer for that.
You're always chasing?
Different jobs, like I might stay in a job for a year, and then I worked in resource centre for like 2 years, but I feel like I need to do something better, like I can do better than that.
Well, I did hear somewhere along the line, I don't know how, I think it might have come out of your mouth when it was on one of your TikToks. But didn't you work in a children's home as well, or something?
I did youth work in South Yorkshire, leaving care, so that was a very good job. I enjoyed that. I was working with young people from 16 to 19. I worked in Leeds too with a young fella. He was involved in knife crime. He was like I think he'd been adopted and there was some kind of, he went into like children's homes, foster carers. But do you know what I did for it? I feel like I made a difference. I don't know if I made a difference, but I basically did an education session with him, and I never really did that in my work. So basically I put like a documentary on and I said, come sit down with me, let's watch this documentary about like gangs and knife crime. And that's what I did with him, because I had to record every session, and I really enjoyed that job.
What made you leave?
Because I have to bring my boys up, don't I? It's the main thing in my life is my boys not really getting involved in crime.
Okay.
And it's a challenge, actually.
Have you been successful though?
I think like I've done all right.
Well, listen.
A lot of young people don't like school, do they?
Yeah.
And I feel like with the schools, I got my son into another school in Leeds. It were like from 14 to 16, but they do more like work with them. But the school won't fund it.
Yeah, so what it is in Leeds we have a thing where they can go to it's like a mini college.
It's better, I think.
From 14 at the age of 14 to 16 because it's more hands-on.
That's
so
what,
when you want to
I
do
think that's what
painting,
my boys
decorating,
needed.
plastering, mechanics.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite good. But again, like you say,
but I'm always, do you know, with my boys, with my boys, even like the one who's 15, I'm like, what do you want to do in your life? Like, they need drive, I think, young people.
Do you know what I will say from working with young people? And I'm sure you'll understand it, is your thought process will often change every 6 months. Like people won't believe, when I was younger, my first early memories, there was two things I wanted to be. First was to be a police officer, believe it or not. And the second was to be a fireman. Yeah. So, yeah, because, and I've always had a fascination with fire, which can be quite dangerous, but I've always had this fascination with fire because it's a breathing organism. If you look at it, if you give fire oxygen, it'll breathe.
Yeah.
So it gets bigger. But if you add fuel to it and you feed it, it also. So I've always been, I'm like that in life. And I think with young people, my advice is always this, is we work with young people either prior to getting into trouble or are already in trouble.
Yeah.
And I think for the advice I always give is, look, the knowledge we're going to give you, I don't necessarily know when you're going to use that knowledge.
Yeah.
However, what I'm saying to you is just log it, because at some stage you are going to use that knowledge. And when you do, you're already steps ahead of everybody else.
I just feel
you've already
like,
got the knowledge, haven't you?
Do you know, with opportunities for young people, it's really hard.
Yeah, 100%. It's 100%.
And I do worry about my boys. I don't know what they're going to do in their life. And all my son, I got him into music studio. Actually, he's really good. He was really good at music, my son, and he's actually got a music video out on YouTube. So I got him to the studio at 12. We were always in his room. He likes to be in that room, so we were always writing these lyrics. So I said, come on then, let's get to this music studio. But that's died down.
Okay. There's no greater love than a mother's love, is there? See it. Okay. So we're going through life with different jobs. So where are we now? We're around 25. We're around 25-ish.
Yeah.
But I want to, because, so are your mum and dad still alive?
My mum's alive. My dad passed away, I think it was 2011.
Okay.
He deteriorated as he went into the nursing home. As time went on, I just find it.
I suppose it's hard to watch as well, isn't it? When you watch.
I used to take him out though.
Okay.
In a wheelchair. Remember that? Because he didn't like that food in there. He liked.
he wanted his soup.
he wanted. I used to try and make it, but I just couldn't make the food right then. But I would, what I have in my life now, I would make all that food for my dad.
Yeah.
And I would have got my dad to Dominica, and I know me.
You would have done it as well, wouldn't you? Oh, 100%. I don't doubt you.
I went there. That's what I went there because every time I ask my dad and my auntie's 98, you know.
Okay.
And she lives in
long
London.
lives then.
Yeah. I said to her, every time I ask them, I want to know about my family. They won't tell me. So I just did a bit of research, right? And I spoke to them for over a year because I knew where the village were from, my dad. And then I got speaking to him, and then I used to sell food, saved up the money to get the ticket, and I went with my son.
Well, I'm glad you said about selling food, making food.
Yeah.
Because
I love selling food.
I need to get to the stage of because I didn't get introduced to you.
How did you?
I don't know. I just came across you. It was just one day. I just came across you on TikTok, wasn't it? And then it just starts as taking advice, and you was in a live. I jumped in.
That was good. That was a good live.
We got a few people that jumped in the live with us, didn't we? And it was all about, because I want to know, because this is where we're getting to the key thing. Because when, funny enough, sorry, because I have to laugh about this. Because funny enough, when I do meet you, you're crippled. You're sat in hospital. You can see the crutches that are on here now. So when I first meet you, virtually, you're on a hospital bed in A&E.
Eating food.
Ordering a takeaway.
I don't like hospital food.
In fact, I tell you what it was.
Food.
You're ordering samosas.
I love them. My sister makes good ones.
So, you see how I met you? You're at A&E, you laid on the bed, and you'd been in A&E about 10 hours or something. You'd been there a while.
Yeah.
and then we start a conversation. So I want to know all about where the idea comes from, the name.
The charity name.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got Ruby of Bradford
Yeah.
CIC.
Yeah.
And I know that that's named after your mother because your mother's called Ruby. Okay. So when does that thought process emerge? What year are we in?
So I'll give you a bit of a backstory about my mother. I became my mother's carer in 2019.
Okay.
That would enable me for my mum to have a suitable place where she can live. Okay. I couldn't let my mum go.
Because you just see your dad had already been there.
I can't let my mum go. Yeah. There's a lot of people taking advantage of my mum in the streets.
Okay.
Because my mum was very lonely. She liked to go sit in the town centre quite a lot. She loved the fish shop. She loved Greg's. Same as when I was younger, she used to take me to the Rawson market. That was the old market in Bradford. Yeah. To Rita's Cafe. That was a long time ago too. She used to take me there. She used to take me to the parks. She used to do a lot of things with me. But with my mum passing away, I kind of still shocked about that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because my mum was only 62 years old. And I was pregnant when my mum passed away. I got a phone call. It was strange, actually. I got a phone call off this woman asking who I am, asking me, and am I the next of kin for my mum? And I was like, I'm confused. I put the phone down because I'm thinking, hey, I spoke to my mum like 5 days ago or something, and my mum's died now.
Okay.
So I didn't understand. I can't understand that because my mum was living with me. I just got her a new flat.
Okay.
And basically, she goes, I want to go back to the flat, Elizabeth. And I said, all right, then. Let's go back to the flat for a bit, just for 2 days, because my mum's independent. My mum's got capacity. This is a problem I always struggled with, getting a diagnosis from my mum, because my mum can make her own mind up. Do you know what I mean? Like, my mum can choose if she wants to have a fish and chips today, how to get on the bus, certain things in her life, because my mum can do what she wants, but she still needs a little help with bills and things like that and budgeting. So anyway, my mum said, I'm going back to the flat. So my birthday, the 4th of October. So there were these people who were taking advantage of my mum. They took my mum to the bank and they took money out of the bank. And basically, my mum would always get me a card on my birthday because that's my mum. Anyway, I've rang my mum. I even went round there. My son rang her. I found them people in my mum's flat on the floor. Do you know the warden people who are supposed to go do house checks? I authorised that for my mum to get checks. Do you know where they can go around and check my mum? Because if I'm not there, sometimes I was 8 months pregnant, they can go around, and they didn't go around to my mum's flat. It was too late because my mum had already got a taxi to their property.
Okay.
So my mum had sepsis. I don't know about sepsis. I don't know about that, do I?
Yeah, sepsis is that blood poisoning. Yeah.
I don't know how my mum got blood poisoning because I already did a blood test 3 weeks prior to my mum passing away, and that blood test was fine.
Okay.
I don't know what's happened to my mum. So anyway, my mum's gone to the flat. My mum knows how to ring me. That phone number is saved in my mum's phone. And they've just rang the ambulance and just sent my mum in this ambulance all alone. My mum would have needed me in the A&E. Do you know how busy the A&E is?
Not A&E in any hospital.
She would have needed me to explain what was going on and things like that. So my mum went into the hospital, it was like 6 p.m. And the next day, 9 o'clock, my mum had passed away. And I didn't find out for 2 weeks that my mum had passed away. I kept ringing the phone. I'm thinking my mum's alive. And that phone was still ringing prior to my mum dying, 3 months after my mum died and the bag's missing.
So someone's charging the phone, clearly, and kept the phone.
I went police station, they didn't listen to me.
Wow.
I did, where you do a video call?
Yeah.
Or like where you report it online. I went there, did that. They didn't listen because obviously my mum's passed away. There's no victim or something. Then what else did I do? I went to the police station. I put a report in. I never heard anything back from that.
Have you continued to chase that up? Or
I rang the phone network. They couldn't give me any information because I'm not a solicitor or police. But I've had a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I tried. I had a lot going on.
Well, look.
I don't even know the police number now. I forgot all that.
It's like in life we have sometimes there's things, especially when you've got a
I had
young
to get
family
everything
like
out the
yourself.
flat, remember?
Yeah.
Because they said, if you don't do it, we're going to charge me money. And there was a lot of stuff to get out at the flat. So I gave...
You said your mum was a hoarder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had a lot of
I had
stuff.
to get a lot of stuff out, but I gave it to a few homeless people, a few charities, and I had to get rid of everything.
So that's the backstory.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the backstory.
So then in March, as time's gone on, I've obviously had my little boy and I've got better and healthier. I started giving sandwiches out to people in the city centre.
Okay.
I know them because I used to work in hostel settings in North Yorkshire and West Yorkshire. So I kind of knew them. And I've got a good relationship with some of the people I support in Bradford.
Okay. So these homeless people, or
some of them have got drug and alcohol addiction.
Right. Okay.
And I've known them. Some of them I know from growing up, living in the flats, because the area we lived in, there was a lot of crime. The poverty was quite low there. Yeah.
So you're making food because you enjoy making food, and you're also taking it in for free into Bradford City Centre.
No one's giving me any funding or anything like that. I know that I know how to make affordable meals. So I used to do sandwich packs.
Okay.
And I used to like get donations off my friends and things like that. Then I just started going round and speaking to people. I started feeling good about it.
Okay.
Getting the kind of fulfillment.
Right.
Then I kind of like got my sister on board with me, because my sister has a lot of experience in her life. So it's kind of brought us back together, because I don't have a big family. So I kind of brought us back together. Because you know what, like me, I like don't listen to people, or I just sometimes fall out with people, but I can't be bothered with that in my life anymore.
You seem, I'm not going to say that, I'm saying this from observation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that you're a person that actually falls out with people. I think what happens sometimes is that you can be very focused, that the peripheral vision of other people doesn't come into sight.
Yeah.
Because you're quite focused.
It don't mean I'm self-centered.
No, it doesn't. Far from it. It just means you have a focus and you've got a drive.
It's a bit hard sometimes.
100%.
Like it's hard with friendships though, isn't it? Sometimes in friendships, I've realised some friends have not been there for me when I needed them. So I kind of like step back from them and just keep going where I'm going. Not in a bad way.
No, definitely not. So how does Ruby of Bradford start? Is that the beginning of it?
So we're giving out sandwiches, we're engaging with people, we're seeing how they're doing. We've got my sister on board, we're doing all these videos, we're trying to get more volunteers. We've got my nephew on board. My nephew's quite good.
Your nephew's absolutely brilliant, by the way. Shout out to your nephew, honestly. He's absolutely brilliant. I've seen the last video clips that you did. I think you was at the market. You've been shopping in the market.
I wanted to check this market out. It's so expensive, you know.
I heard you say it.
Sorry.
So I'm going to bring you back. So you've got you get your sister involved, your nephew's involved. What's happening?
Then we're getting a team together. I'm thinking, I'm getting a lot of views here. I'm getting a lot of people are giving me donations. What shall I do with this? What shall I do with this? Where can I develop this? So I feel like with my social media, that has been a real help to me. I'm getting a lot of volunteers. I'm getting a lot of people giving me donations. And then to be a CIC, I thought about that after. But with me and my sister and my nephew and some people in the group, we decided to put a table up. This is the first time we ever did this table thing. I thought, we'll get a table up and then we have all the clothes on the floor. We'll do it like that. Get this music going. I don't know, and I can't stop this music.
But that's from memory, isn't it? Because
music, I know every song you can think of actually. And they do like music, you know. I like to get their stories out.
I think you like it more than them, though, to be fair.
Sorry.
I mean, you're not shy of picking a mic up here and just singing.
I like singing.
So, where we've got the stuff on the floor, you're getting people around, because from the information that I was given back from a person that came over, he said to me, his words was, as soon as they see you, they automatically come.
Yeah, they do. It's good actually, but at the start, it's tried and tested. It's all a learning process. So at the start, we were putting things on the table.
Okay.
so they can get any toiletry one, any of the biscuit, but they were just going like quick. And it's not fair on other people. Everyone else has to get some kind of like food, you know. If I don't have anything left over, then how am I supposed to give food to them? So now we've got structure. We needed structure and organisation. So there's a queue. They don't like it when we kind of tell them that they have to queue up for the food. Sometimes they want them to bring it to us. They want us to bring them the food. They sit down and think it's some kind of service. So I'm like, you need to queue. If you want food, you really need to queue for your food.
So what are you supplying? So because you're based in Bradford.
Yeah.
And you go into the Bradford city centre, aren't you?
I want to move that though. I want to walk around the city centre.
Okay, but what? So for the people out there, I want them to know what you offer. So what do you offer?
Within the week, guys, I do a food parcel service. So I provide like food parcels for people on low income, people who are struggling day to day. Because I know that the food parcels, they have like a limited access where they only can get one food parcel a month. So I have got the essentials to provide them, like rice, beans, dal, like vegetables, so they can make a meal, and they're allowed like I think 2 a month.
Okay.
So I do food parcels. I've got my reviews on my Facebook. You can check the reviews out.
So what days is that on?
That's throughout the week. I'll get private messages, and then I just go deliver them.
But then on a Friday
is the main outreach, where we run an outreach every Friday from 4 till 7. The time may differ depending if I have to collect food, because I have a lot of donations coming in from takeaways, and they message me these takeaways, and then obviously they're doing a lot of collaboration, and I'll go pick up the food. So we did it. I think I collected some food from Keighley. I picked up around 25 meals.
Okay.
So that was quite good. Some Chinese food, because I know I can go get a Chinese, but I mean, with the people we're supporting and the mental health or the drug addiction, they might not always have the capacity to get some food. Or so if I can give them a nice Chinese like once a month, then
so what's your plan, or what's your idea, or where do you see Ruby of Bradford being in 5 years' time?
We'd love a soup kitchen setting where we can do cook and eat sessions. We can do budgeting skills. We can do benefit advice. I've learnt this from the hostel, so I know how to do, good at filling forms in and all.
Okay.
So we'd like a soup kitchen because it's really hard in the streets.
Yeah.
I take a lot of abuse from people. I get all the abuse at me.
Okay.
People throw food at me because they don't like rules, do they? Yeah. And they're only allowed one meal. And they can have much drinks and chocolate, what they want, but they're only allowed one meal because the reason being is I have to make that food last for other people.
Yeah. There's more than just one person that you...
There's 3 different options though.
Yeah.
So the food options we have are like, there's a hot meal, a sandwich, or cold pasta. And there's vegetarian options.
Okay, so you've got a little bit of a plan for the next 5 years, or where you want to be in about 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to ask you, so this is a double question.
Yes.
So if you could go back in time and you could change anything, 1, what would it be? And 2, why?
Maybe not running away from the foster carers. Didn't run away for 1 year, you know.
Okay.
I used to run away because I was kind of going through some personal stuff there where, how can I explain it? I thought I was in a relationship with someone who's older than me.
Okay.
But it wasn't true. It was not real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
I thought it was real at the time because I'm looking for someone.
You was searching for that father figure.
But it wasn't real as time went on. So I used to run away thinking I'm in this relationship, but it's not real.
So at a young age, you're being manipulated, basically. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. And that's what you would change. It doesn't necessarily change your path, does it?
I feel like the foster carers, that placement would have opened more opportunities in my life. I probably would have gone to uni. I can still go to uni now, though.
Yeah, of course you can.
But yeah, that foster carers were nice people, but obviously because of who I wore and I used to manipulate. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm quite manipulative.
Yeah.
And I used to run away basically. So yeah, I used to tend to go to school, but I didn't go to school.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have done that. I think a lot of people do that, even those that were living at home, where they pretend they're going somewhere and they haven't been there.
I was meeting this person I was in a relationship with.
Or you thought you was in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Okay, can be difficult, can't it?
Yeah, but the age gap wasn't a big age gap. It was probably around. It is bad. So I was 14 and the person was 19 or 20. Okay. It is bad.
Yeah.
And that's really bad, to be honest with you.
Okay, so now that being said, what advice?
And when I do something with going into schools and doing CSE workshops with young girls about exploitation
And grooming, yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be coming from a lived experience.
Yeah. I want to do that because, I want to do that because it's important that I do that. And I don't feel like they do a lot of education around that. You know what I mean? I've realised as time's gone on that them relationships were not real relationships.
It's based on the circumstances.
Taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
Because I was didn't have good parenting, you kind of look for that, don't you?
Yeah. You're searching for it, aren't you? You're looking for that father figure, or even the big brother, somebody that can put their arm around you.
Sometimes it was friends,
Yeah.
Sometimes it was just going out of Bradford, going to Blackpool or something like that. Things like that, smoking weed then. But weed was only £5. I used to get reefs, because I used to tell my dad, right, that them reefs didn't have alcohol. It was alcohol.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. You mean you've had a life, haven't you? But I think you've come out the other end now where you actually are giving back. You're giving back to your community as well, and I think you are gonna.
I'm doing all right. I think
100%. You definitely are. So
I don't really like to speak. I obviously was speaking about that, but with regards to the exploitation, I've kind of got my head around it now.
Okay.
Because I've done really well in my life, and I've come a long way with it. Do you know what I mean?
So I've got one more question for you, and then obviously you can ask me any question you want. So my final question to you is, usually I would say the advice you would give to your younger self, but you've kind of covered that. So what I will ask is what advice would you give to younger females? What advice would you give to them?
I'd say this, ladies, chase your dreams, to be honest with you, and any support you can get out there, take the support, because people, you might think they're not really there to support you, but they are. It's not just a job to them. I used to think, oh, they're just doing it for the money, but they do care about you guys. And I think if you're good at singing, if you're good at any skills in your life, take the role and do your
do your best.
Do your best.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stuttered there.
No, it's all right. Listen, I think you people will understand exactly what you're saying. People will get it. So it's over to you.
Right.
You can ask any question now.
So what made you have a CIC with On the Verge? What made you come up with a name?
Well, originally I didn't come up with a name. It was my partner, a guy called Marcus. He actually came up with the name originally, because we was with another organisation doing the same work.
Yeah.
But one of the key things for us is people keep saying it was all about early intervention, and they kept saying early intervention was in secondary, year 7, year 8, year 9, and we kept saying it's not. Early intervention is primary, year 5, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old.
You don't know about the situation at home,
because
by the
time they get into secondary school, they've already been formed. They've already formed the relationship. They're already listening to certain music, acting a certain way. Friendship groups are already involved. So for us, it was more primary led. But I credit Marcus to the name. Marcus had the name.
And what do you plan to do in your future?
Oh, so you got 2 questions.
I've got a few.
Right.
I got a few.
Okay, well, I'll give you a couple more. So what do I plan in the future? I think for us, it's not about being the biggest, and it's not about being the best.
Yeah.
It's about the name, the name itself. So like you have Ruby of Bradford, ours would be on the Verge.
Yeah.
So it's not about the person that you saw or the person that works with you. It would be the organisation. You go, oh, I can't remember his name, but that guy that works with on the Verge.
Yeah.
That's the advice he gave us. So that's what it'd be. It's the name.
Do you think you make a difference to the young people you're supporting?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%. 100%. Because we constantly get.
Do you get
feedback.
referrals?
Yeah. So we constantly get that feedback. We constantly get referrals, whether it be from schools, social services. So we are getting them.
And can I ask you a bit about your personal life?
I mean, you're asking a few questions. You've had a few. People only get one. Right, I'll give you one question.
Right,
go on then. What's one question?
What was it like for you growing up in Leeds?
For me, it was quite fun. So Leeds was quite fun back then. We didn't have, you often people not care in the world, you can leave your door unlocked, this, that, and the other. But it was fun. It was all about fun. And for me in Leeds, it wasn't until later on where the violence comes into it and the gangs and stuff like that. But I was never a follower, so I was always like a leader.
Just doing your own thing.
So I was always just doing my own thing. But for me, my downfalls was always I'd like to have a fight.
Did you?
Yeah, so it's probably, or like people would always say my eyes, so everybody would always believe I'm giving them dirty looks, but I wasn't. So a lot of issues I always had was because of that, and I think back in the day being mixed race was quite hard.
Were it?
Yeah. It was quite hard because you're not black enough for the black group.
I find it hard,
Yeah. I think it's a lot easier now.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier now.
It is easier now, but I mean, I went to this Dominican club, right? Association, just because I just like to go there. And I feel like it's really difficult in there. Like, obviously my sister's a bit older, but just the way, they're not really welcoming me.
Do you know what it is?
I find it hard.
I think sometimes, depending on social groups, racial groups, I think sometimes it's always better to go in with the intentions to give, because most people think you're coming with the intentions to take.
Yeah.
That would be my best advice, because a lot of people look at things and they go, they're just coming here to take. Whereas if you go there with the intentions to give and not take anything from that, then eventually they end up giving back.
Yeah.
So yeah. But listen, I want to congratulate you on the work you've done so far.
Yeah.
And I'm going to definitely stay in contact, and I'm going to come over to Bradford.
I'm going to delete that video though.
Which one?
It's that black lady. She's doing that good song.
Oh, right.
I need to delete that. So I thought that there was a few videos, but because I like people getting involved.
Yeah, no,
it's good.
I won't leave them out anyway if I was you.
Got a lot of views though on there.
100%. But look, I want to thank you for coming over, and I wish you all the success in the world. So thank you for coming over, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
No problem.